Alright everyone, we're back in Unreal World. We're going to continue Jurien's story today. So let's go ahead and get in there. Alright. Because I also went and reviewed where I looked for our stuff for last time, where we were trying to find the um, where we were trying to find the God Lord, I can't even think. There we go. Alright, I was just trying to get these hides out of the way. These rotten hides. Alright, but I'm going to go continue looking for the bear. For the camp for that guy, because after doing some reviewing of my video, I think I know where it got left. We're going to go try this here. Alright. First we got to get our character warmed back up. Alright, let's see here. But reviewing this stuff, I kind of figured out where it was supposed to be. I think. I think I have an idea of where we want to go look. We're good, because we still have some time to look for it. Alright, let's see here. Let's do that, and let's do like 20 of those. There we go. Just get this fire going a little bit. Alright, so we're also going to sleep now, but let's go ahead and eat a little bit. We're going to eat some of these nettle leaves. There we go. Alright. We're also going to drop these seeds here. Alright, let's sleep. There we go. I'm going to eat. Just so we don't feel hungry. It's nighttime. Do I have my fishing pole on me? Yes, I do. So we're going to try and do a little fishing, see if we can't get a little bit of food for us. Alright. So let's zoom out, because if I was looking at my recording right, we encountered the bear for this guy's quest, like, right here. So let's track. Nothing. Alright. Let's see here. Gotta keep looking for these bear tracks. Actually, it might have been down here. Might have been over here, actually. Because we're basically looking for any place with some bear tracks or anything like that. Okay, so let's head back up. We're kind of out of the area, so it must have been up here. Alright, Monty. Alright. It's what, Alt L? Okay, we fell. Okay. Let's see here, F6. Let's go right here. This should be... Fell 2 meters. We fell, but let's try again. But in my research, I learned that basically it can be fairly far into the forest here, where the guy builds his shelter. So, like, we see the forest there, but it's also one of those things you won't find it until like you see it. So, I've got to continuing to look for it, even though I don't like have good faith that I'm going to find this thing. But at the same time, it's one of those things of like I've lost all the pig meat I had. So, you know, I gotta get something out of this quest. This kind of makes me wish I had like some sort of auto explore sometimes. Yep. Gonna come over here, get some water. Nope. Alright, let's see map. Let's go over here. Look around. Because I'm right where it should be about dead middle. And it's kind of what it said, is like, start searching around in the middle. Alright, well. Instead of wasting my time doing this, I'm going to go hunt some pigs. See if we can find a few pigs over here. We fell asleep. Alright. Now let's go ahead and get ourselves a shelter and some fire going here. Let's get some twigs. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and knock this tree down. There we go. Now we'll knock this tree down. Push these all over there. And then we're going to build a shelter. Right there. Alright, let's try that again. Let's go ahead and eat a little bit. Alright, there we go. Let's also grab some branches. Come on, let's get this fire going, sweetie. There we go. We're going to sleep real quick. There we go. Build our shelter here. We're going to finish this shelter real quick, because that'll give us kind of a base camp here. There we go. Alright, let's go get some water. And we're going to go do a little bit of quick searching. Get these berries here. Just a little something to help keep the hunger at bay. Not that it'll keep us from starving, because we are already starving. Alright, so we'll eat these crowberries. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can't find these pigs. Because they usually don't wander too far. Let's go over here and see if we see any pig tracks. There's a pig right there. Let's go see if we can't get that pig. Gonna go follow this pig up this way. Looks like it went up this way. Alright, let's see which one of these pigs is fatigued here. Slightly fatigued. Wild sow. Wild sow. Alright, so let's go. We want to go after that one. Nope, I don't want to follow that. Alright. Let's see where this one's going. North. There it goes. Is that it? That one's just a wild sow. Northeast. So it looks like it continued going this way. Yep. Escaping wild sow. What about this one? Looks a bit fatigued. Alright, so there it is. So let's shift R around a little bit. I'll turn off running for a second, because we just saw it go north here. Looks like it went back this way. Is that it? Looks slightly fatigued. Let's see, so which way did this pig go? Alright, is this it? Looks slightly fatigued. Okay. Let's go ahead and run after it a little bit. Stop running for a second. There it is. We're kind of just trying to run it down. We need to get it fatigued here. Now the last one I got lucky and got it cornered against some water here. Looks slightly fatigued. Keeps running. There it is. So it looks slightly fatigued. So we're gonna stop running here. So we got it to run. Stop running. There it is again. Looks slightly fatigued. Alright, so we're going to chase it. Going to run after it a little bit. Walk again. There it is. Alright, let's see, how's it looking? Still looks slightly fatigued. This thing is giving us a run for our money here. Can we get closer? Alright. A little bit fatigued. It got a chance to rest. The thing is, you can't let these things stay off your screen for too long. Okay. How's it looking? Looks a little bit fatigued. Oh, we've made it back to our shelter. There it is. It looks slightly fatigued. So, see, it's this long process to run these things down. Slightly fatigued. Come on, pig. There you go. How's it going? Slightly fatigued. Keep chasing it. So it looks slightly fatigued. See, the problem is it keeps getting away from us. Now see, I got lucky last time. And the pig I chased. Let's see here. Nope, that's not it. I suspect it's north of us. Where'd it go? There it is. It's in the woods. Looks slightly fatigued. Let's try and sneak up on it. Nope, we lost it. It ran. See, now it's here in the forest. We spot some tracks close by, but yeah, like we're never going to catch it in this forest here. Alright, so what we need to do, make like a pig trap. Alright, let's go into our trapping real quick. Okay, so what I think we'll do, I think we'll work on building a deadfall trap in this area. Let's go find our shelter, because I want it to be near the shelter in here. Go out. So what we'll do is we're going to come in here. There's our shelter there. So I kind of want to go over here. And let's get... So... Alright, so let's fill this tree. First things first, let's get a bunch of twigs and branches. Don't want to do that. There we go. Alright, now let's also fell the tree. Now we're going to go ahead and eat some of these crowberries we've got. There we go. We're going to push these branches into there. So, let's stand here and let's do our trapping again. Okay. Trapping, please. And we want a big deadfall trap. Slender trunk. We have 5 of them, so we need some more slender trunks. We need some tying equipment and some stones. That's the big thing. Alright, well, we can get tying equipment and slender trunks. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's fell this tree. Take a quick nap here. Repeat. There we go. And we're going to haul these. And stop hauling. Now you need some rocks. Alright, we finally got the last rock we need. There we go. Gonna go back to where we were building our deadfall trap here. And I think what we'll do is now we'll go into trapping. I'm going to go big deadfall. Put it over here. So we need slender trunk. Oh, we have 7 slender trunks. You need 1 more. There we go. Alright. There we go. Let's try that again. Big deadfall. Right there. Alright. Tying equipment, we're going to use this one. And that one. And there we go. We're going to ignore the bird. There we go. And we're going to go into here, trapping, and we're going to bait the trap. And we're going to bait it with some blueberries. And then we're going to haul stones, branches. Yep. And these slender pine trunks. We're going to move this stuff over here. Yep. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to stop hauling this stuff. And I'm actually going to set up another trap. And we're going to do... What's a small deadfall trap require? Let's do that. 3 feet design equipment. There we go. Alright, and we're going to bait it as well. And we're going to use some of these crowberries. There we go. And we'll pick up these stones and these branches. Nope. Yep. And we're going to take these back to base over here. And drop them. Because we don't really need the stones. Or all the branches. We'll go ahead and eat some of these crowberries and blueberries. Give off a little bit of hunger. And there we go. And we'll let that go for a minute. Let's go... Let's head up here towards this lake. Because we might be able to do some fishing here. Get us a little something. What do we have here? Lingonberries. Still ripening, though. Let's check these berries here. Nope, still no luck. And we're going to try a little fishing while we see if our trap catches anything. Oh, we got 3 roaches. There we go. Get those. Actually, you know what? We're just going to use those for fishing here. So we're going to sleep. Cold. We're tired. That's fine. Let's eat some of these crowberries. There we go. What we're going to do is grab... I'm going to get this small tree over here. All right. All right, fishing rod, roach. Fishing rod. Roach. Let's try it again. Fishing rod. Roach. How's our skills looking here? Alright, so let's... Alright, we need to move away from shore. No, do not want to find that. Let's go ahead and eat some of these blueberries. Do a little bit of puzzling grass study. And let's go up here. Let's study this as well. No, look. Let's see here. What's this stuff? I'll grab some heather. Alright, we'll go ahead and eat some of these heather. We have some strawberries. Let's also get some water before we leave. Nope. But no luck fishing, really, other than we got a couple roaches, but not super helpful. But let's head back to our traps. Nothing at the traps. Unfortunate. That's alright. Not unexpected. So what I think we'll do is we're going to head back to our primary base area here. Yeah, right there. And we're going to go ahead and sleep through the night. Eat some of these heather flowers just to knock some of the... There we go. I think we hear a mallard. Go check. Nothing... Looks like nothing in our traps here. Unfortunate. So let's go ahead and go top off our water. And then let's go ahead and get our spindle. Actually, let me study these berries real quick. Nothing. And then let's go ahead and study puzzling grass I've got. Nothing. Alright, the other thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do some cloth work. We're going to spin yarn. Actually, first things first, we need to actually extract fiber, nettle straws. There we go. And now we'll spin yarn. Spin yarn. Bundle of nettle fiber. All. There we go. We made a bunch of nettle fiber. Or nettle yarn. In decent quality, too. Alright. Go check our traps one more time. Still nothing. Alright. Here, let's go ahead. We're going to go into here and see if we can't find some crowberries or something. Alright, let's continue on to our shelter. Still no sign of the pigs. We are seeing pig tracks, though. Probably the same ones we saw when we were a few days old. Yep, not surprising. We encountered an elk. Northwest. Alright, we're going to see if we can't capture this elk. Northwest. There we go. There it is. Elk is running all over the place here. There it is. The elk's going out into this mire, which is interesting. I mean, it's gotten away from us for so long now, it's probably recovered any stamina it might have lost, but it is just running in circles here. Didn't go into the forest. Okay. There it is. See if we can't head it off here. Nope, don't want to go into that. Okay, so we chased it away from the forest. See here. Went down this way. Southwest, so just going this way. And it turns southeast here. Southwest. So, going this way. There it is. It's tracks. Southwest. This elk is going really far. Southwest, it says. There's the tracks there. Alright, doesn't want the crew javelin. Mallard. Feather's unworthy. Swirl leaves is unworthy. However, the rest of your offers accepted. The offer's a good start. Alright, let's see what else we can offer. It is unworthy, so it doesn't want the spruce with the and the pine bark. Alright, so let's go drop some of this stuff here, because apparently... Nope, drop. Let's see here. Let's drop 2 of these. Come on, game. There we go. Alright, let's try chatting with this guy again. So basically, I'm here trying to buy food in this village. Offer items. Let's offer him the yarn. Because I made a bunch of nettle yarn. Halfway there. Okay. So I can basically get 1 fish for the yarn I have. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So let's drop 1 perch. Where did this guy go? There he is. Trade. Offer items. And we're going to offer him yarn. Okay, it's a deal. Alright, let's see here. Trade items. Sorry, traveler. Okay, so he doesn't have anything to trade. But we have a dried perch we can eat part of. Let's see here. Did that eat our entire dried perch? Yes, it did. Time is still early morning. Alright. So basically, I've done a lot of wandering around. Anything to try and get some food and stuff here. What do we have here? Growing rye. So we're familiar with rye. Good to know. So they have lots of farmland here where they're producing nettle and rye. So actually, that means that we should be able to see about maybe trading for some rye grains around here. Let's see if they have any. I haven't checked out everything they've got here. They have pigs. They not have any more buildings? I would have thought they had more stuff here. Well, this is the village that has the blacksmith, which is part of the reason I came here. But basically what I've learned is that my nettle yarn, while cool, is not valuable enough to, you know, trade for a lot. They'll get you something. Let's see what kind of mushrooms these are. You don't know. They're not ready yet. Basically, our character is so tired that he's just fallen over himself here. Alright, I think... No, I don't want to go into the water. I think this over here... Nope. Is... Nope. I think this is, reeds. Right there. So what I think I'm going to go do is I'm going to go back to their houses here. I'm going to take a nap in their sauna. So my character is cold. One thing I've got to get going at some point is some better clothing. And they've got a sauna. No, I don't want to slip into the water. There we go. There's their sauna right there. Okay, let's just sleep here. Go. Wake up shivering. Cool. Okay, why is that not lit? Alright, let's go to their other building. This one's lit. There we go. Now we're not cold anyways. It is early evening though. Alright, let's go find somewhere else to go. Because we don't have anything to trade these folks. What's this over here? It's raspberries. Alright. So my hope is we'll find some more villages. Now the problem is I got my character's like sleep schedule all messed up. So we got like what? A settled area here? Probably like a lone house. It's a small child. Who are you? Well, this is who I am. How's it going? Not too bad. That's what the adults tell you. Yep, figured. Here we go. Here's an old man. Greet. Alright. Nothing interesting. Just talking about the rain. Let's see here. Let's ask if he knows about a blacksmith. Not here to the west. Just a couple miles. Sage. Nope. Back in the basically where we came from. What about your skills and expertise? Hideworking and timbercraft. Weapon skills? Knives and axes. Not particularly skilled. Yeah, let's see. We got a vista. Tub of water. Hot. Basically, that's their sauna, which I kind of figured. Let's talk to this person here. Peasant. Greet. Introduce ourselves. Let's see if he's got anything to trade. Okay, do you have any animals? Okay. Basically, this is a small little village that has, like, nothing. You don't recognize that grass. Let's talk to this guy. This is a hunter. Great. Let's see if he's got anything to trade. He's got some blunt arrows and some regular arrows. That could be useful. If you like the goods. Okay. This is a big house. Let's see here. What do we have here? We have shingles. That's about it. So let's head out. Let's go check this storehouse over here. What do they have here? Oh, here we go. They have all kinds of stuff. So here they've got yarn, bear fur, some smoked and cooked food. What about here? Here they've got a trident. Nice. Oh, they've got wooden canteens. Wolf fur, leather rope. Grains. Interesting. Interesting. So we could get some food here. Mostly like, oh, what do we have here? Pine boards and logs. Okay. Yep, they got a shelter back here too. Alright, so that was... Ooh, there's an elk. We're gonna go after this elk. That's a big bull elk too. Let's see if we can't sneak up on it. Where'd he go? North. Gonna run a little bit. There he is. Stop running. There he is. Gonna run him. Run after him a little bit. Stop running for a little bit. There he is. How's he looking? Looks a little bit fatigued. That's fine. So we're gonna go off this way. I want to keep him away from this forest here. There he is. Alright, how's he looking? How's he looking? He's recovered. Oh, we're in melee. We're in melee. Hold on. There he is. Looks slightly fatigued, which is good. That's what we want. Oh man, he's going to the forest. No. There's his tracks. We're going to track him through the forest a little bit. Northwest here. There he is. But he's too far into this forest. He's going to get away from us. There's a bear over there. Got some person over there. Oh, this looks like this village may have a blacksmith here. Yep, great. Ah, this is a master blacksmith. Let's see if he's got anything for sale. Alright, so here, we're going to go here. We're going to put down a thing here, and we're going to go Master Smith. Right. There we go. Okay, so we have a Master Smith here. Let's talk to the sage. Greet the sage. Who are you? How's it going? Can't complain. Alright. Trade. None of these people have anything for trade. Let's see if we can identify this grass finally. Nope. I see here. inferior net. Gluten fur. Nothing here. Let's talk to this guy. Trade. And it's barter. Yeah, he wants my... Nope. Goodbye. We're gonna drop this net. I'm not paying my clothes for net. Recognize the grass. What's in the storehouse here? Got seeds. Arctic fox fur. Seeds. They got sim seeds. Roasted. All kinds of stuff. What's up here? Shingles. Slimy seeds again. More seeds. Dried brim. Let's go down here real quick. So this is a farm village where they have some stuff. Wooden tub, stove, Vesta, Lesser sauna. Alright, so this is a good find. We found a Master Smith. We have nothing to trade, said Master Smith, but we found one. Let's see what kind of berries these are. Don't recognize it. Alright. So we should head home. Our character is very tired. But unfortunately, without the rain stopping, we can't sleep. Let's check our map, where we're at. So we're still pretty far in the north here, pretty deep into these lands. Let's go ahead and sleep. Alright, well, it's raining now, so we can't sleep anymore. Let's see here. Let's sleep here for a little bit. There we go. All right. There we go. Let's see if our traps have caught anything. Nothing. Just having no luck here. These cloudberries are taking a while to mature. Let's go see if we can't figure out what these are. Again. Nope. Get some water while we're sitting here thinking about it. Alright, folks, we're going to call it there. It has been a rough episode. We have not succeeded in catching anything. We didn't find anything. The quest expired on us. The only thing we found was this master blacksmith over here. So we're still struggling for food right now. So I'm not sure what we're going to do about that. We're going to have to keep working on that. Not sure how we're going to do. But we're going to see what we can do. I got to find something else to trade, because I did trade my nettle yarn away, and that got us a little bit of food, which didn't really help us in the long run. Suppose it staved off dying of starvation an extra day or something like that. But we're going to keep working on it and see what we can come up with. So this has been Thalan McRom playing a bit of UnReal World, which is a very uncompromising survival game. Very difficult. High learning curve. But anyways, it's an enjoyable game, though. So we'll catch you all in the next episode, and I hope everybody has a great one. We'll see you next time.